Hey sailors, welcome to the crew. I'm Sea Lord Janda, and this is my Let's Play of Wargame Red Dragon. We continue the Second Korean War campaign. We have just held our ground in Seoul and in Chuncheon, although the gigantic force of T-90s and Chalmaho 5s is definitely going to overrun our defenses next turn. So then the question mark sector at the moment is Wonju here. Now, yeah, the good news we have is that the North Korean offensive has mostly infantry with only some weak tanks. The bad news is that almost all those infantry have Korshuns, which are their BMP knockoff, which have missiles and 73mm guns, which means that except for the lack of armor, they're basically tanks, which is a problem. Now, also, our force is not all that heavy. We have some infantry, Solchuns, which these have 25mm guns, but these are not good. 12 AP. Oh yeah, no. These are not even close to good enough to contend with the Korshuns. We have a few Stingers and Engineers, Gongbion. We have a bit of AA, which is not actually going to be needed because they don't have any aerial forces. We have a couple of mortars, which could come in handy. We have some tow vehicles and some recoilless rifle APCs. The most important part of our force is these 12 K1 tanks. These are much better than anything they have. They are functionally near impervious to the guns on the Korshuns, and actually near impervious to the missiles on the Korshuns as well, from the front. And same with the Type 95, so we're going to have to use those, and we're going to have to use those well. And even then, I don't really know if we're going to be able to hold out here, but we're going to try. Because holding this sector would make a big difference to the war as a whole. Alright, where do we want to try to hold out? This might be as good a sector as any, because, let's see here, I mean, there's nothing, like up here, there's no cover, really. Down here, oh, that's not a sector. Over here, there is some, so that would work too, but that's way further back. I think we might as well try to hold out here. So, let's see. I don't have an FOB, but I could still bring the mortars. That's secondary. A couple of these recon cars. Alright. What do we need? Not optionally. We need a decent force of infantry to hold the line around this city. We need... I don't know if I need mortars, really. We need a couple of recon vehicles. Which one of these has better? These two, okay. I'm gonna grab the tow vehicles that we've got. But most importantly, we need the K1s. Let's get those out straight away. Now, I guess the plan is... Okay, they're spawning up there. Immediately speaking, short term, the plan is we park up here and try to ambush and just absolutely destroy them as they come down this path with our K1s and tow launchers and so on. And in fact, looking at that, I'm going to redeploy these to here. I am a little worried that... if I deploy them all the way out there, they'll be very isolated. So I think we'll put them here. This here. I'm just considering whether I should bring any infantry up to here. Not a terrible idea. No, just have all my infantry committed. Oh well, let's do it. Let's see how it goes. So everything in this group move up to here, except maybe this scout.
저쪽이 시야가 넓겠는데. 누굴 옮겨줄까?
Alright, so you guys all unload here. That's the town locked down.
대기 중입니다. 왜 항상 접니까?
Alright, we're gonna try our damnedest to just lock this road down. And then that leaves my only real concern is if they come from this way. It depends how much pressure we come under right here. If it's not that much that quickly, then I'm gonna try to deploy some K1s to this tree line with a recon vehicle to lock down this side as well. Because eventually I imagine they will start trying to come from there as well. In the meantime, these infantry in this vehicle are just gonna have to cover it. Well, it's not worth deploying until I have at least 2 K1s, I would say, if not even 4. Some of these could help. You know what? I'll send a few of these over to try and achieve something. We'll see if they can. Okay, see, they've already secured that objective, which I figured they would. That means they potentially could be on the way down into here already. Nothing on this direct path, but I can't imagine it'll be that long.
정찰이 필요합니까?
You know, let's have this recon car go up to here, because maybe he can get better spotting that way. Nope. Okay, alright. Type 59s. Oh, and that is more Type 59s.
아, 그래. 어떻게 됐습니까?
Okay, well, those are gonna die. They literally are just meat for the K1s. They're gonna die. Yeah. Good start.
명령이라도?
Okay, now I saw more Type 59s over here. So I'm gonna send the K1s that I have available over to here right now. If I have these plus the K1s and a recon car, we can hold back not any number of Type 59s, but quite a few. And I only saw about 4. Alright, seems like we're going for this fight. I don't love our chances, but they're panicking, we're calm, and they suck. Okay, but there's 8 of them now, so... They don't seem to have spotted us or something, they're not shooting back. Okay, killed one. This is about the most effective I've ever seen these recoilless rifle vehicles be. I think these tanks just have no support, so they don't actually see us, and they don't know what to do. They can just hold out long enough for the K1s to get here. I mean, they've killed 2. If the enemy ever actually shoot back, they're just gonna die instantly. Like that. They've killed 4, I think, though. That's pretty damn successful. 5.
왜 항상 접니까?
K1s?
대기 중입니다.
What did I just hear? That is artillery fire. I have no counter or answer whatsoever for that.
듣고 있는 중입니다.
Well, except to pull back from this location for a moment. How much artillery they got? That seems like a lot. I can try to bring out my mortars, but they're not going to be very effective. What do we have here? Horseshoes. I mean, I will say, we have just, this is death happening, right? There's no shot they're getting through here with basically any number of Horseshoes. Okay, I lost my recon vehicle over here, that's not good. Oh great, now they're gonna fire on this location. That is the problem. That is definitely... Oh my god, all my infantry are dead. Okay, I lost track of where they were even shooting from, unfortunately. Did I ever call another recon vehicle for over here? I don't think I did, I think. Oh yeah, there it is.
정찰이 필요합니까?
Hopefully these trucks will repair this a little. The infantry weren't making a huge difference, but it's still like a quarter of our infantry force that just died. And I didn't mark where the artillery was, so that's bad. That said, we've held out for 7 minutes already, and inflicted a hell of a lot more losses than we've taken, so it's not too bad. That is a single Korshun. The odds of that accomplishing anything are pretty nil. Hate to kill it before it fires a missile, but... Wait. Where? Right there-ish? Yeah, right there. Are you in range? Nope. Alright, well... I guess I could sneak the mortars up to here and hope they get in range, to be fair. So you guys just move over there and try to not be directly under the artillery bombardment, eh? Damn it, again? That's where the artillery is. Oh. Shit. Huh. What was that? That was an infantry squad just trying to flank its way around us. Great. Oh, you're so close to being in range. Come on, a little higher up the mountain. It's perfectly fine, surely. That's a flamethrower tank? I don't know what to make of that. That's gonna die. And there went one. Oh shit. We cannot afford to lose cables. God damn it. The strategy is literally perfect except for these stupid artillery pieces. Did I just lose another K1? No, I still have 7. I've lost almost all my tow pieces. And we're still panicked, and here come a whole bunch of Korshun. If I had... They don't have any art. I wish I had planes. If I had any kind of planes, they would be very dead. Because... They don't have any... Yeah, I didn't actually check because I didn't have any planes. I don't think they have any significant AA. And if that's true, they would be very dead, so... Maybe I should try to push. They don't have any ability, really, to fight back against the K1s, I don't think. Now. Our mortars are just not good enough to be practical for counter battery fire.
아니면 내 길에서 비켜.
Now, if I could push forwards with these K1s, that would be good enough, but I kind of doubt that I can.
전투 준비 완료.
But I'm gonna try, actually, because there's not much sign to me that they have, like,
전투 준비 완료.
I don't know, a giant pile of tanks or something. Well, the thing that would be bad is if there were like 20 Korshuns parked like right here and they could engage us with missiles, because that could kill us.
전투 준비 완료.
Not quickly, but it could kill us. Oh my god. It was something like this, maybe. But it's not 20. I don't think this is enough to...
드디어 제법 강한 놈들입니까? 한입도 벌어지듯.
Wait,
이끌던
that's not really
따라갔지.
accurate fire. Just
아니면
advance
내
through it.
길에서 비켜. 드디어 제법 강한 놈들입니까? 한입도 벌어지듯. 저희 역시는 아무것도 볼 수 없으실 겁니다.
Oh shit.
박살내 버리자고.
Nope. Retreat.
아 그래 어떻게 됐습니까?
That did a good job of weakening them, but they have way too much stuff up there.
전투 준비 완료. 전투 준비 완료. 대기 중입니다.
Jesus Christ. Where? It's still right there. I mean, my counter battery fire is doing nothing.
3, 4, 개박살을 내버려. 좌표만 주십시오.
Hopefully these tanks are...
하고 있습니다.
What the hell?
대기 중입니다.
Okay, I just lost the K1 to
대기 중입니다.
flankers over here.
전탄 소진.
God, there's so many of them. I don't have a solution to that, really.
저 말입니까?
Oh my god, there's so many of them. Just lost another K1. That's pretty much unacceptable.
듣고 있는 중입니다. 명령 받겠습니다.
At least I saved the mortars.
전탄 소진.
How many K1s have I lost now? I have 5, 9 left, so I've lost 3.
택시 타고 싶으신 분? 결국 최후의 깃발을 꼽는 건
This
보병이라고.
guy's basically just suiciding. I don't even know why I spawned them, but just had to get any kind of reinforcements whatsoever, I feel like.
대기 중입니다. 할 수 있겠습니까? 공격받고 있습니다. 좌표만 주십시오. 자, 가자 이 자식들아. 산계대형으로. 지시사항 있습니까? 공격받고 있습니다.
Oh, I lost so many points. I just lost another K1, in fact. That wasn't that great. We took 2/3 as many casualties as they did. Wait, 6th Infantry Regiment is destroyed? If that's what had the Korshuns, then we actually did just win enormously. To be honest. Oh, some of these guys... Yeah, 6th Infantry Regiment is what had the Korshuns. So you know what? No, that's acceptable. I mean, it's really bad. We lost a quarter of our Sochung, we lost all of our Gongbyong, we lost half our cargo trucks, we lost 4 K1s, we lost most of our recon, we lost most of our tow vehicles. The infantry, most of our force here is pretty decimated, actually. But we killed quite a lot of infantry. Way more than 11. Way more than 11, for sure. I don't know. I'd have to go back. You can go back and check in the video what their actual starting total of infantry was, but I'm pretty sure it was way more than 33. We killed 15 Type 59s, T-55, 8 TO-55s, and apparently we inflicted enough losses to destroy the 6th Infantry Regiment, which is huge because the Korshuns were really the bulk of the threat here. So despite our alleged major defeat, they're going to push this battle? Okay, hold on. Let me just scroll back here. Despite the alleged major defeat, that was kind of the bulk of their fighting power here. In fact, they don't even have a command vehicle anymore. All they've really got left is these cheap tanks, plus... Okay, they did have some anti-air. Pretty bad, though. And these howitzers. Now, their next wave will be arriving with, let's see, 80 medium and heavy tanks. Okay, these are mostly terrible tanks, to be fair, but the Tomahawk 5s are very good. Plus another 50 infantry with Korshuns, plus another 50 infantry without Korshuns, plus 40 SU-100s, so that's like way too much, but... I mean, I'll throw these guys in to try and hold the place, and we'll be able to hold it for an extra turn at least because of this defense, if not 2. And the other place I've got to try to get reinforcements into is Chuncheon. We'll see about that. I need something that can kill a whole lot of tanks. Alright, and then I don't know why. Thanks for watching, sailors. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, consider leaving a like or subscribing. New parts will be up every other day for the most part. Or you can watch live on Twitch once a week. Have a nice day, sailors. This is Sea Lord Jenda, signing off.